Hello, and welcome to my review of the novel 13 Reasons Why. This story was a nice change of pace for me as I don't read novels nearly as much as I used to, and it's mostly just been manga these days. Now, I am aware this is a pretty popular book, and I know that it is held in high regard by many. So, I'd like to lead with this. I don't have much to say here. I would not say this book is fantastically well written or horribly bad. If anything, I would say this book feels bland to me. And I don't really mean this in a bad way. In fact, I don't have any real harsh criticisms of this book. I absolutely understand the popularity this book has, and I do feel as though it is well warranted. The best way I could describe my feelings is like this. This book feels more like it's meant to display a message as opposed to tell a narrative. And this isn't a bad thing. The message this book revolves around is a very important one. In regards to the actual plot, I struggle to come up with much in the way of meaningful things to say. Hannah is an alright character. I don't really hate her, but she didn't impress me all that much. Clay was pretty good. I actually like Clay, and I can relate to both he and Hannah in different ways. I don't want to get into detail, but I have been in the shoes of both of these characters at some point in my life. So I do have somewhat of an understanding of both of their mindsets and how they carry themselves throughout this story. As for the supporting cast, mainly Hannah's 13 Reasons, I didn't necessarily have any real investment or care for them. The party chapters were quite fun. Seeing the built up interaction between Clay and Hannah was really nice, and the scenes of them together were a joy to read, especially getting to see Hannah's view and thoughts on Clay. This transitions to the scene with Hannah in the closet, a darker twist that I was very excited to see play out. This scene is tragic. Um, it's an unfortunate reality of this world, and I like its framing and representation here. The scenes after the party displayed a nice level of intensity. Hannah walking into the misty night felt eerie, though that is likely not what the intention was. The ending to this book was quite nice. Clay standing atop the playground, listening to Hannah's final words. It was a well done final sequence for Hannah's character. As for the final scene, I actually had a great deal of enjoyment with it. Clay walks past his class to go talk to Sky, likely resolving not to make the same mistakes as with Hannah. This book also has a more open ended conclusion. The tapes were mailed, Clay talks to Sky. Who knows what happens to everyone else? We don't. And I do like that about this story. In conclusion, I don't think it's poorly written or meaningless. While specifically I wasn't impressed with the narrative, I do think it's an important book in regards to its subject matter, and I feel as though this is an important book for teenagers to read and to be able to experience this story and this subject matter through a narrative, as opposed to just someone standing atop a podium and speaking it to you. That's really all I have to say. Um, Not the worst book, but that's going to be all for me today. Bye, guys.